This orange dot literally changes everything for Ethereum and the entire crypto market. The last 24 hours have been some of the most insane price action that we've seen in months, and it's not going to stop. Things are actually just getting started. And this big orange dot that's flashing on the ETH BTC chart is one of the best bullish reversal signals that we've seen to be effective for predicting the BTC rally, the Ethereum rally, and now the ETH BTC rally that is just getting started. I know that I'm like grinning from ear to ear, and there's a lot to be extremely excited about. In this video, I'm going to show you how I'm handling this pump, and I'm going to be sharing my ETH BTC position with you that I've been holding for far too long. But this is an exciting an exciting signal to be printed on the TradingView chart with the TBO, and I am super duper pumped to share everything with you in this video. But before we get there, my name is Aaron Dishner from The Better Traders, and you are watching the Coin Bureau Trading channel. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, do it. We're sharing tons of incredible videos, information from myself, and also from Dan, the other host of this channel. Before I want to go over to TradingView, I need to direct you down here to the playlists. Right here, the Aaron Dishner, aka Moon and Papa. Yes, that's my old moniker, and it's just kind of stuck in my watch list. The most recent videos, actually the third most recent one, is this video right here, 9 days ago. I did not see this coming for Ethereum. Guess what it was? It's the same thing that I posted 3 weeks ago for Bitcoin. This signal changes everything. Bitcoin's next move will shock you. 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago for BTC? Let's check and see 3 weeks ago. Oh, that's right. 3 weeks ago, the price of Bitcoin was all the way over here at $83,000. What was it 3 weeks ago that was so incredibly exciting for me to make that kind of a silly thumbnail? Or for Ethereum 9 days ago? What do you notice here? This one symbol, this one symbol is the TBO Close short. All this signal tells us, and I'll show you where it is right here, the TBO Close short, okay? This one signal tells me that the current open short position, which started back here on Ethereum on January 10th, which was when the TBO suggested to open up a short. Boy, oh boy, do I wish I listened, because that would have been a juicy, juicy short. Now, here's the truth. The TBO open short printed way back here. Finally, 106 days later, we get an orange dot. This TBO close short tells us that if you are still in your open short position, consider taking some profits soon, because the trend could change, as in the bearish trend could be flipping bullish. And that's exactly what we saw happen yesterday with a move of 21.88% for Ethereum. Going back to the BTC USDT chart, we saw a TBO open short back here on February 11th. And from this point, we saw Bitcoin drop about 22%. And then about 58 or 60 days later, TBO closed short, which lets us know that the current bearish trend could be coming to an end soon. Therefore, consider taking some profits out of your short, because the price might be moving up. For those of you that have been watching these videos, and again, proof is in the pudding. 3 weeks ago, you can watch this video. 9 days ago, you can watch this video as well. And now, here we are looking at an incredible pump, not just for Bitcoin, but also for Ethereum, something I did not see happening. There's nothing in my wildest dreams that had Ethereum pumping one day 21.88%. Nothing could prepare me for this. Did the TBO accurately predict that there should be a bullish reversal? Oh, sure. But it doesn't predict pumps like this. This is insane. There's something else about this that's super exciting. The ETH BTC chart printed a TBO close short on yesterday's pump of 14% on this chart. The ETH BTC chart has been in a current open short position since December 20th, 2024 for 140 days. There was a brief uptick. Really, it's been in a downtrend, let's say from July 2024, and it's just been going lower and lower and lower. This is one of the most exciting reversal signs that we have ever seen on ETHBTC's chart in a long time. And couple that with a lot of these signals that are happening right now. We saw a good burst of volume. We are now seeing on-balance volume above the moving average, and the white moving average is starting to curl up. RSI is wildly overbought. It closed at 82.17 and it's at 82.71. That's insane. But if we actually zoom out to the weekly time frame, I didn't even see this. This just printed recently. We're looking at ETHBTC almost hitting our support line back here at 0.01699 or so, something like that. We almost saw Ethereum retrace all the way back down to support. Didn't quite make it. But what are we seeing right here? TBT bullish divergence signal. But even without all of this, just looking at price action and looking at volume and RSI, boy, oh boy, if this isn't the bottom, I'm going to be so impressed about this fake out. But this looks and feels and smells like a bottom. Gross. But this honestly looks amazing. And the fact that we're getting another TBO close short, and what makes this even better is that it's so close to the TBO support line. I'm really looking at this going, could this actually be the bottom for ETHBTC? Again, we already saw how well this signal predicted the rally for BTC, that since this signal, it's up 23%. Since Ethereum's close short, the price is up about 22%. Not that there's a magic 20% target that has to be hit, but boy, oh boy, is this amazing. Now, reality check. We have also seen some very impressive one-day pumps. Back over here on the 20th of May, 2024, this is when the Ethereum spot ETF listed, and the market was super duper excited. ETH pumped like crazy, about 24% over 7 days. But as we all know, it wasn't sustained. The main thing that ETHBTC has to do right now, or rather Ethereum has to do, Ethereum has to wildly outperform Bitcoin in order for the ETH-BTC pair to shoot up higher. Now, why do I have these dominance charts right here? That's what they are, USDT.D plus USDC.D, and then also Bitcoin dominance. There's a really good reason for that. But before I get into that, I want to remind you that this is one of the best times to be a trader. And the best exchanges are, well, far and few between, to be honest. And many exchanges have lots of regulatory obligations, like having to do a KYC, know your customer form. They have to do all these other things so that way they kind of meet the expectations of world governments, whereas there are other exchanges where they don't require KYC and they're doing everything by the book. Literally, they're actually providing leveraged trading services to people in North America, the US and Canada and other parts of the world. And that would be CoinCatch and 2Bit. CoinCatch is awesome. 2Bit's awesome. Bybit's awesome. We're going to be looking at Bybit that I have connected to Altrady later. But I want to remind you that there are some great bonuses available that Coin Bureau has negotiated on your behalf. If you click on this link, it'll take you to the CoinCatch sign-up page. You want to keep the referral code here so you get the special sign-up bonus that's here. And that comes with trading on these exchanges. Now, of course, there are way more deals, way more tools and things like that for crypto. If you go here to coinbureau.com/deals, the first thing, check out the Coin Bureau Club. It's a Discord server. There's a ton of information that's shared on this server. Dan is on there every single day. So are Guy and Nick from the main Coin Bureau channel. There are also other exchanges to sign up, other tools. Plus, there's also a 10% discount on our course, 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom from the Better Traders. Hit the buy now button and you can go over to thebettertraders.com and save 10% automatically. This is a one-time course payment. It comes with one-on-one coaching. It comes with a trial to the TBO indicator, which we're talking about today, but it comes with actionable tools and strategies that you can use to reduce your trading time to no more than 15 minutes a day. I also want to remind you guys that I'm actually going to be in Toronto at Consensus next week. Last week, the Coin Bureau team was at Token 2049 in Dubai, and I'm going to be in Toronto next week at Consensus, which is pretty convenient. And we're also going to be holding our first ever Better Trader Summit in partnership with Altrady. More on them in a second, but you can sign up and get your ticket now. They are going fast. All right, so I want to go back over here to TradingView and talk about dominance levels. The first thing that we can be so excited about right now, or let me just put it this way. I am so excited about this. Stablecoin dominance, and I have it combined between Tether and Circle's stablecoins, fell 7.37% on the pump yesterday. Whenever we see stablecoin dominance dropping, falling, or dumping, this is a huge, huge shift from being extremely fearful as the price is going up to greedy as the prices are going down. Another way we could say it is that we're less fearful as stablecoin dominance goes down. Why? This is a percentage, not a price. So when we see increased fear, we see people usually allocating to stablecoins. They're favoring stablecoins instead of holding Bitcoin or others and stuff like that. So they're selling because of fear. But eventually the market's going to turn around. And ever since here, about April 7th or April 9th, we've seen stablecoin dominance drop from about 8.7% to 6.63%. This has been a pretty significant decline of 24%. The biggest thing about this right now that I'm so excited about is that we are so close to seeing stablecoin dominance go below the daily TBO cloud, which is a super strong bearish signal. Why is a bearish signal a good signal? Because the smaller the percentages of this stablecoin dominance chart, the greater dominance is increasing on other charts, which we'll look at in a second. The second thing is that we've actually seen the same setup before. We've seen these TBO close longs, which is the opposite of our close short, fire. We have a open short, price whips up only to go lower. Close long, there's our open short, price whips up a little bit, goes lower. Our target for stablecoin dominance, my target, is at least down here at about 5%. As we see stablecoin dominance fall, and if we get some of these yellow dots right here, which are TBO breakdowns, which tell us that there should be explosive downside price action for stablecoin dominance, that's an amazingly bullish sign. Now, what does this have to do with BTC? Just give me a second. I'm getting there. Bitcoin dominance also closed down yesterday. It closed down at negative 1.38%, which isn't that big. We've also seen closes around that level, if not more. But the fact of the matter is that it got rejected from 65%. Could it go higher? You know what? It really could. But I really love the fact that RSI did not meet or exceed the high set here on April the 7th at 91.30. We have a new local-ish high at 85.18. But the fact that RSI dropped this much and it just literally tanked in one day is a really positive sign that we should see Bitcoin dominance fall. So if we're seeing Bitcoin dominance, which is 64% of the total crypto market cap, starting to shrink, and stablecoin dominance is starting to shrink, that means that dominance has to be getting sucked up into other dominance charts. Now, of course, others' dominance has taken a big bounce. We're also seeing a TBO close short, but this one is super heavy oversold. Dominance actually had the biggest shift yesterday to Ethereum. Ethereum dominance grew in one day by almost 13%. Now, I have to give this a little bit of a warning. Ethereum dominance is so closely tied to the price action of Ethereum that it's very difficult for me to go, oh yeah, okay, this is it. Because I've been watching this chart tank for a long time. But like the price of Ethereum, it has retraced, or rather FBTC, it has retraced back down to a level of support that it has seen in the past. Here, I'll just remove the noise so we can make this a lot easier. It has retraced down here to a level of support that we saw in 2019. Another sign that Ethereum could be getting a lot stronger. So what does this have to do with ETH/BTC? We all know that ETH/BTC is one of these charts that everyone loves to look at because when ETH/BTC starts to go up higher, people are going to correlate this to alt season. Now, this has been a word that feels kind of dirty to say because alt season has been called so many times, yet we haven't seen it. But if we look at the charts that are pumping right now, the fact that Ethereum pumped 21% in a day, the fact that ETH/BTC is printing a TBO Close short, this is massive news. So how am I actually trading this move? Well, to be honest with you, I have been trading it for a while. Right now, we're using Altrady, which is not an exchange, but it's a third-party trading platform. There's a link for this down in the description below. I've also made videos about Altrady on this channel, also on my channel, a link for that in the description, and also for the More Coin Bureau channel. How have I been trading this? Well, the reality is that you guys know me as a DCA trader, whether it's with an automated strategy like bots or manually, like this is all manual trading. I bought the dip, which I thought was a great buy, even though the price went up about 5%, went against me. I bought the dip again, and the dip kept dipping. Sound familiar to anyone else? Anyone else look like this right now? But the reality is that when you use a DCA strategy and you follow DCA strategy, and in my mind, DCA equals double down. And this is what most people are not prepared to do, especially with a risky pair like ETH/BTC. Trust me, this was one I did not feel confident about as the price kept going lower. But I kept seeing signs, and I'm looking at this going, you know, I think I need to buy the dip here. It's really overbought, and it kept falling. Okay, so what happens with a DCA strategy is that I will put in lots. We're just going to use something really similar. Or really not similar, but simple. What I do with all my DCA strategies is I put in just one amount. We'll just say 1x. And when I want to buy the dip, what I do for that one is I buy 2 times whatever I invested here. And for the last one, that's right, I'm buying 4 times. Now, if we think of this in lots, 1, 2, and 4, that's a total of 7. So this 1x is really 1/7 of the total possible volume. If I'm buying again, then this is now 3/7 of the total possible volume, which means that I only put in one more. And I'm very picky about this. I try to make myself be strict with DCA and just DCA twice. It's difficult on a falling chart like ETH/BTC. But right here, and I can't see when this date is because it's zoomed in. There we go. So I put my last one in here on April the 23rd. Okay, this is not even around April 9th where we had all this crazy price action. It fell down even more. But I was looking at the chart going, you know, I think I just need to buy some more here. I think it's going to be a good entry, or rather a last allocation. What's happened every single time that I do this is that my entry order, which was originally about here at 0, let me go ahead and zoom this in. It's really small. I'm looking at the screen, which was at 0.028 BTC. I added more and I averaged down. I added a lot more and I averaged down a whole lot more, to the point where I was able to bring my entry down 20%. This is why I'm a DCA trader. I'm patient and I follow the strategy, even if it means I have to wait for going on 94 days right now. In order to be a DCA trader, you have to enter every single trade with a plan. If you're just going to go, oh, I'm going to throw a bunch of cash at this without planning it ahead to make sure you have enough padding to prepare yourself for a lot of like drawdown. Drawdown is the word I'm looking for. You're going to be really hurting, okay? If you can stomach drawdown, if you've learned DCA, and the correct way to DCA is doubling down and at set prices. This one, I should have gone lower. It's okay though. This one, I could have gone lower too. But you know what? It doesn't matter because patience pays when you DCA. There are times where DCA will not work. I've been burned probably, I'll say, like 8 or 10 times since I started DCA trading or DCA bot trading since 2019. So in the last 6 years, I've been burned 10 times. But for the most part, I do just fine. And the beautiful part about this is that I put in a little bit of size here, then a lot more, and a whole lot more. Not only does it average down my entry, but now I have a much larger allocation in this position so that when I start to see the price go up, then I'm starting to take a good amount of profit out. This is the other part of DCA trading. And I'm struggling a little bit right here looking at this going, I've seen this fall so much more. I really want to interfere and intervene with this trade, but I know better because when I interfere with my trading plan, that's usually when things go wrong. And because I have confidence over here on TradingView that BTC has now printed a TBO Close short right at support, that ETH currently is looking amazing, that stablecoin dominance is falling, Bitcoin dominance is falling. There are a lot of positive bullish signs for BTC to go higher, which is giving me confidence to stick to my trading plan. But the dumbest thing you could do as a DCA trader is that when you're in profit, that you decide, you know what, I'm just going to edit this and I'm going to put this up a lot higher. You know what, this is kind of foolish. I want to put it up super high. When you start changing your trading plan like that, actually I want to move it right here, to be honest. When you start moving around your take profit targets like this is where you get burned. And I've been burned many times. Thankfully, I get rescued. But the main thing you have to understand is you have to follow a trading plan if you're going to use DCA. There are lots of bullish reversal signals firing for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and now for the BTC chart. I'm sticking to my trading plan. I've entered, I added more, and now I sit on my hands and I wait for my take profit targets to get hit, even if it means I have to wait another 30 days or 60 days. But the reality of DCA trading is that I've learned over these, well, I said 2019, so over these, 6 years now? Yeah. Patience pays. Sometimes you have to wait. Patience pays. If I learn to stick to my trading plan, if I don't interfere, and I trust what I've entered the trade to do and see it through, patience pays. A lot of you don't have that patience, and I get it. And that's where we come in. This is the whole ethos behind the Better Traders, is teaching you good trading rules. This is actually the Better Traders Journal. You can't see it. It's always blurred out. It looks golden or whatever. It's beautiful, I know. That's our physical copy of the journal. And one of the rules in that, I've talked about it before, is I'll be satisfied with any amount of profit. I'll protect my portfolio at all costs. I will not use more than 10% of my portfolio per trade or for position. There's lots of really good rules that will help you to protect your portfolio so that way you can continue to be a trader. I'm going to continue to hold on to this position. You do you, boo-boo, but I'm going to follow my trade and see it through. There are amazingly bullish reversal signs happening for Ethereum that I did not expect to have happen. And this BTC one, no, did not see that coming either. So I need to make sure that I don't interfere with my plan. I want to remind all of you watching, if you are in the green and you are feeling good about yourself, consider taking just a little bit of profit out of those positions, just a little bit. Don't be tempted to put your take profit target at the previous all-time high. Take a little bit out first, because as prices go up higher, don't be surprised when there's a pullback and it goes up a little bit higher, pullback, a little bit higher, pullback. That's super normal in crypto and any market really, but crypto is much more volatile. We should expect there to be a pullback. But for now, Ethereum is looking like it's bottoming out, which is insane. I literally cannot believe I'm saying these things. Was 3 months ago a little bit too early to enter a position? Oh yes, thank you very much for reminding me. I know. But patience pays. If I plan the trade, I'm going to see it through from start to finish. These are, again, things that I talk about in our courses and in this journal. And I practice what I preach. So let me know what you think about this ETH BTC signal. Let me know if you are bullish on ETH or what you're thinking about the current market situation in the comment section down below. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.